So I've heard you ask, Christy, how can I be happier? What can I do to be happier in my life? I wanted to answer that question today. So thinking about happiness, the first thing is our mood and being aware of our mood, because we can experience lots of moods over the day and even over longer periods of time. We can find ourselves in mood lulls. The first thing I want you to do to think about how you can be happier is considering your emotional intelligence and your self-awareness. How aware are you of the moods that you experience and the moods that you're in, and how that sense of well-being or ill-being within yourself is impacting you, your behaviour and attitude, and how that is having an impact on the broader people around you, whether it's the people in your family or the people that you work closely with or are in some sort of other close relationship with. So being self-aware enough to realise what sort of mood you're in and having the emotional vocabulary to be able to articulate what it is you're feeling and the mood that you're in. So taking some time to be aware of that and articulate and name it for what it is. So that's the first step. The second step is setting your intent on the mood that you'd like to be in. So if it is today, we're talking about being happier, naming the mood or the feeling that you're in now and setting an intent for what you want to be in the next interaction, what you want to be in the next hour, what you want to be in the next conversation that you have with a loved one, whatever it might be. Setting that intent. Be intentional. Don't just be on that hamster wheel that I keep talking about without thinking and being purposeful as to what you want to achieve. So what is the mood you want to achieve? If it's happiness, think about how you are going to bring joy into the next situation you're going to be in, how you're going to express that and what that might feel like inside. And then it's about simply making a choice to live into that, to be that. So you've set your intent, you've thought about what it is that you want to do, how you want to come across and how that's going to feel. And then you make a choice to go into that situation and be that. So that's point 2. Point 3 is being appreciative. You can be happier by appreciating everything you have. I know my life, I look around and I have so much to be thankful for. The relationships that I have, the comfort that I live in, the joy that I have in many areas of my life. Yet a lot of times I will find myself in a down mood or where I'm feeling just a little bit blah. So taking time to think about all the things I have and being appreciative of them and appreciating, tongue twister there, appreciating those ordinary everyday things that you have. Simple things that many other people might be so longing to have what you have and you take for granted every day. Running water is like something that we take for granted in the first world. So think about those things in your life that you have and take time to be appreciative and thankful for them. Again, this is setting your mindset and being deliberate about your approach. The fourth point is being mindful and living in the moment. So, good example of this today. It's my mum's birthday today and I'm cooking her dinner. I've got curry in the slow cooker and it smells delicious. But this morning, as I was needing to head into town to the supermarket to buy all the fresh ingredients, I had my daughter with me. My daughter's come home for the weekend. It's been Mother's Day and we've had a really special time because I have not seen her. She's living away at university and we don't get to see her as much as we used to. So she's been home and was going to head back to class at lunchtime today, back to uni. So I had her with me this morning as it's my mum's birthday and I've got to go and do these jobs. And also I've been thinking about the work I need to do today, recording this vlog and replying to emails and phone calls and that sort of thing. And while I was doing these jobs, these tasks with Ingrid, she was with me, I was I'm reflecting now, I didn't have the nicest morning with her because I was in a rush. I wasn't grumpy, but I was just not enjoying the time that I was spending with her because I was busy thinking about the next task that I had to do, the next place I had to go, the next job that I had to tick off the list, rather than being mindful in the moment and just doing each of those jobs and enjoying the time that I was spending with her while I was doing that. She was happy to be with me and do those things with me, yet I didn't fully enjoy that because I was too busy thinking of all the other tasks I had to do. So I'm a bit regretful of that this afternoon because she left at lunchtime. She's back home now and we had a great time, but I'm regretting not enjoying that last couple of hours I had with her this morning. So sorry, Ingrid. That's a personal, simple example of how being mindful can impact your life and impact your happiness. I have got all the jobs done, I've ticked all the tasks off, and I would have done that either way, but I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I had have just been mindful and in the moment and enjoyed each task as I did it, rather than looking ahead and trying to focus on ticking off until I get to that end goal. And that's, again, like that cliche of the journey. It's so true. It might be a cliche, but it's true. If you can't learn to enjoy the journey, when you get to the final outcome, it's a bit of a, I can't think of the word now, typical, but you're on a bit of a downer if you're aiming for this outcome that I was, getting all the jobs done, and then I'll be able to enjoy the day. I've actually missed half the day and that journey. So that was the fourth point, being mindful and living in the moment. The fifth point is linked with that one, and that's connecting with your people. I've been talking in previous vlogs about the importance and the value of connecting with your people and how that impacts our happiness and our sense of well-being. So who is it that's in your life that perhaps you've been too busy for? Who is it that you haven't been paying attention to? Who is it that you've been distracted from with all of the other tasks of life? Connect with that person or those people, connect with your tribe, your people, and experience that sense of well-being that comes from genuine, authentic relationships. You can't beat it. So they are my 5 tips on how you can be happier. There's probably a whole lot more. Feel free to leave some comments below if you want to give feedback, or if you've got your ways that you really are mindful of and that help you practice happiness, mindfulness, emotional intelligence, whatever it might be, those techniques. Feel free to share, and thanks for listening this week, and go out and be happier and be more intentional. Thanks.